All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So, Jeremy Fowler of ESPN recently did a piece where he met with different NFL executives, coaches, scouts, and whatnot to talk about their individual favorite moves of the offseason so far. And one anonymous veteran NFL offensive coach, he raved about Mason Taylor being drafted to the New York Jets. The exact quote was, "He's effing awesome. He was my number 2 tight end behind Chicago's Colston Loveland, who of course was the 10th overall pick. He's athletic. He's young, only 21 years old. He's got upside in the passing game." Now, what's really, really cool about this whole thing was we all know how talented this tight end class was. Again, Colston Loveland ended up being the 10th overall pick. We typically don't see tight ends being drafted in the top 10, yet he was one of those guys. We know about Tyler Warren, who was the 14th overall pick to the Colts. I mean, there were a lot of different fans for not only just the Jets, but for the Saints, for the Panthers. Like, there were a lot of teams, or a lot of fans, I should say, that wanted him being drafted by their team in the top 10. And then we kind of had this other tier of tight ends, like Fannin from Bowling Green, who's been turning heads at Browns camp. Again, Mason Taylor here from the New York Jets. Elijah Arroyo, former Miami Hurricane, just crazy athletic upside there, good size, just there's a lot to like with Arroyo. But this NFL offensive coach, veteran offensive coach, had Mason Taylor as his number 2 tight end in this stacked tight end class. That's, how could you not like that if you're a Jet fan, or like hearing that at this point in the offseason? So far through OTAs and minicamp, Mason Taylor has been really impressive. Aaron Glenn talked about it. He said Mason is exactly who we thought he was. He has dynamic movements. He can really catch the ball. He did a good job catching the ball away from his body. He's quick to bring it in and get north and south, exactly like we want. And if we go back to Mason's college career, this is someone who just did a lot of things really well. I don't think there was one maybe trait about him that like jumped out that screamed, hey, top 15 pick here, easy first rounder. But if you just look at, the basic requirements, if you look at, what you think about in a typical tight end: hands, size, athleticism, yards after catch, being a reliable security blanket over the middle of the field, third down target, someone like that. Mason Taylor has all of those attributes. And what's crazy too is the amount of production that he had in the SEC. Last season, he had 55 catches, just under 550 receiving yards. I think it was like 540, 545 or something. A couple touchdowns as well. For his age, today, he is 21 years old. So he was, an impactful piece for the LSU Tiger offense in the SEC for 3 years. Think about all those good players that have came in and out of the LSU program during that time span. I mean, Jaden Daniels was the team's quarterback, Heisman Trophy winner, right? We know he's received great coaching for Brian Kelly and that offensive staff. Of course, bloodlines with Jason Taylor. So, I think the sky's the limit here for Mason Taylor. I'm not going to sit here and announce, Mason Taylor's a top 5 tight end, top 10 tight end in football, but I definitely love the potential. Again, age, production, size, athleticism, hands. Seems like a really good dude as well. Like, you're listening to him in press conferences and whatnot. Like, there's a lot of things to, really get excited about with Mason Taylor. And can we finally have the answer to the long-term tight end position, the franchise tight end, if you will? We've gone through a lot of them. Obviously, Tyler Conklin has been, I would say, a pretty reliable piece over these past couple of seasons. But, if Mason Taylor gives you that upside, that youth of one of the better tight ends in football, you got to take that every single day of the week. And then you throw on top of it a cheap rookie deal for 4 years to help out Justin Fields and whoever's going to be playing quarterback in the future. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, go Jets.